So again, as usual, I like to compare it going into the gym. Again, as I said, I always use the analogy of the gym. So imagine you go into the gym and you can pick up 20 kilo, okay? You can pick up 20 kilo and you want to pick up 25 or let's say 30. You want to pick up 30 kilo and you go to the 30, the barbell with 30 kilo on it and you're like, and it just doesn't go. And you start beating up the 30 kilo for being too heavy. Why are you so heavy? Why are you this way? This is not fair. I should be able to lift you up. We'd all look at the person like they're nuts, right? Have you gone mad? It's 30 kilo. Like, it's 30 kilo because it's got 30 kilo of weight inside of it. So of course it weighs 30 kilo. The problem isn't with the 30 kilo. The problem is that you don't have muscles that are strong enough, you haven't got the body to be able to deal with that 30 kilos. So if you want to overcome that 30 kilo, you've got to accept the fact that it is 30 kilo and that you can only do 20 at the moment. But as long as you beat up that barbell for being 30 kilos in weight and you can't lift it up and it's all the barbell's fault, you're never going to get the body or never going to get that strength that you want because you're denying the reality that exists. Or we can go away and say, listen, I want to lift up the 30 kilo, I'm only on 20. That's the reality that exists. What am I going to do to get up to 22 and then get up to 24 and then get up to 26 and get eventually to 30? If we're going to lift up something that we can't lift, we can either beat it up for what it is, or we can find a way to become stronger than the 30 kilo. And when we do that, the beautiful thing is when we deal with the reality and we overcome it, well, we then become stronger. We become a more powerful human being. We become a force for good. In the same way that when you can lift up 30 kilo, you're now going to have a stronger body because it's going to be stronger than when you couldn't lift it up because now you've built more muscle. You're going to be more healthy. You're going to probably have more energy as well because your physical body has an impact on your energy levels as well. So we can either deny reality, make things 1,000 times worse, get more stuff that we don't like, more stuff that's unjust and more stuff that we didn't ask for, or we can accept the fact that it's here. Yes, it's maybe unfair. Yes, we didn't ask for it. And yes, we don't like it. But at the end of the day, it's here, number one. And if we don't deal with it, things are going to get worse. But number two, based upon the fact that it's here, this will also be an opportunity to grow muscle. It'll be an opportunity to become stronger. And the stronger that we are in our mind and body and soul, the stronger we're going to be in dealing with life. And that strength is going to be an asset for us in every area of life. It's like a training ground. So even though we get realities that we don't like, it is an opportunity to become stronger. But if we don't deal with it, then we're just going to get a life of complete avoidance that's just going to create more and more problems. So let me leave you with this question before we go on to the next point. What is our current attitude to our current reality? What is our attitude? Are we focused on how unfair it is, or are we focused on the fact that I didn't ask for it, or how it's someone else's fault, or someone else did something? Or are we focusing on the fact that this is just my reality, and I'm going to grow, and I'm going to find a way to be able to pick up that 30 kilo? What is our attitude? But I just want to make something very, very clear, because everyone picks me up and they go, but Joe, are you saying that I have to accept reality? That means if someone's done something really bad to me, that's okay? No, it's not okay. That's not what I am suggesting. There are people who do stuff that is immoral. There are people who do stuff that is wrong. People who do stuff that's unhealthy. That's their problem. If you spend all your time focusing on what they have done to you, you now become part of the problem. Be the solution. It doesn't mean it's okay. And it doesn't mean, therefore, you should be their best friend. If it's something someone's done that's really wrong and they're not willing to take responsibility for it, cut off from these type of people. You don't need to be around people who do not own their behaviors and their thinking, their psychology, and their world. Cut off from them. Don't be around those type of people. But don't suffer. Don't get caught up in the fact that the reality that you have, it shouldn't be this way, because it is. Deal with what they've done. We have to deal with the consequences of other people's behaviors. But it doesn't mean that it's okay. And a lot of people get, oh, Joe, are you suggesting therefore that it's okay and I should just, just let it go? No. If someone stole the money off you, well, you've got to deal with that reality, but you should still try and get the money back. Doesn't mean it's okay what they did and you have to deal with it in a healthy way back, but we have to take control of our reality. We have to accept our reality. We have to accept that it's here. It doesn't mean that it's okay how it got here. It doesn't mean that we should still be involved with certain people or certain groups of people if these things are happening, maybe it means we need to do something about it. It doesn't necessarily mean we have to cut off. It might mean we need to have a conversation with them and see if they're willing to grow and to make sure this doesn't happen again. But we have to accept the consequences of other people's behaviors that happen to us, and obviously try and make sure that doesn't happen again and try and make it right. But we have to accept the reality that we have. Otherwise, we're going to get it a lot worse. We're going to get more stuff that we don't like, because problems not dealt with become bigger problems that we really don't want to have.